Sere nei simeli longa karatu alanga tatau mandana mira ni katunrau. Tala nota kina simeli na nona sota kina ndua na marama na stoma ina ingangi suba. Rau sota ngabukan dua rusanga di sota tali. Vata kina marama ngai kaina kingani rongo dani marama ni asawa. So, sota tawa luku di bawaya. Bula binaka rosi. Tola bina maseki. Bina valebun jina na varong katumau kengo ganang kota ni kua. Ratombo bota itali tiko ngaki no Lusitano ai Santa Rosa kei lela lubu mai San Francisco. Seru matakiviwa. Ean rabina kataronga tiko mo seru. Se nagai gitu tali nangauna dabana timinibiti. Ean raba ena be mama nindua ena mataka ni mataka nangauna eviti ke New Zealand. Na be mama nindua meru sotaki na kerto ni tau keni rarana timini baranise. Wakasama takamandango. Rawasota na timi ni Amerika, US Eagles, wata ke na timi ni Baranise rautai. Tau wata rakai rawata. Ia rausota na timi ni Amerika, wata ke na timi ni Viti, tolu sanga bulu kawalu kini karua na timi ni Amerika. Saradi toko na duin ni kaya, na bebia tuku na tiko weekenda, na wanoe na tiko kina na timi ni Viti. Sa rawata tiko na nona wata, e na kota whainala ia. Era wata tali tungama o New Zealandi wata kei Australia. Bula binaka sala noman, binaka bagalebu, o Melia Mateo, ni bula binaka rato umbau unanumi tali tungana, kanda ratikongo mai lami, so ratikongo mai Walubei. Bola ebe tango virtu mai Walubei, suba, na be bola unita kataka sa bagayan ratiko yani na loma ni wanga ni mata ni tu na zangibo. Tiko kino penaia Melia ke Mateo sinikila ibizana Mateo tiko ngoe tolu bola imai. Ke baka esenga ni rautirato gaimbuta ni ndo tele na kene kaba amen dua tele na Mateo chope babo binaka bolebu. Ke sarase ni turanga bula binaka lebutia mai rewa. Bula binaka na barongo tiko mai butia. Ni bula binaka na wakanda. Dende sa katiku ni sota mai moana ira. Bula binaka tiko baka na bubale ne rokorabuama lala na barabi sanden desarna. Na zola na yala alena zola bina maya na wale ratu bini berkas. Zola berkas. Pinawalevu na siya mai and singalevu indai. And then rongo tuku and tini karua na kaloko na nonda ngau na viti and ngau na San Francisco and sabo tokongo vida na miniti then has a vani na ngau na rongo tuku 5 na kaloko and then rongo tuku San Francisco and Bula Duavata San Francisco.
Kau JJ's Food Shack. E tiku kedi kina na kakana boka biti me bakana kokonda. Lobo benga ni ngai kani itu na bundi nan dalo se tapioca. Na kakana boka malangi me bakana steak baka loka kena coleslaw. Wee! Na kari toa sa wadha badina na kani kana. Kay tiku talanga na to specials and lomo ni madawa. Dau tamba na Facebook. Na doi ni tiwa ya na bani mandrai pai kay na bungatale. Go na JJ's Food Shack. Viu Valley mo Billy Jane Street, Santa Rosa, California. Karo talaga nrato dili mo yang may Santa Rosa, may yato sarani kina Vata. Giritirto sana kina Vitu Saiba Vitu Tolo Dio Tolo Dundu Limono. JJ's Food Shack, Santa Rosa, California.
Me volia back in dono go life insurance policy?
Nakakil na ito tayo katil kabito ni akostita na 2022 o sangir ta kasarabiri ni tauna. Kami nga ya, kinamagat siya nga ya, sala ko man na-check. Sengat tali ni pera, sengat sarangan ni pera palinlay. In time sarang amay. So, ang kaliwara ka talagang tundawara. Kuwertong ko. Kau sayang ako din, kami binaksa.
Iyo, o ya sarangan na buna, raw sara, sa tiko na pepa se senga. Bula binaka se tobi mate. Kambani duan nga kana soma may na claim na lom ni rosa nga bulu kavana ua kayada na lenga nisa ang baki rowo tina policy. Text mai kina wasa eva walu ba dua tolu walu lima na kena ituku matai lalai. Oya na wasa eva walu ba dua tolu walu lima.
Doyan Robina ka naman raman na ita. Do samba di ba kusa iwe?
Yanra na ita. Kita sili katalaw mande na Orange Lounge.
Maleka. Warasan ba di kata-kata pinakasar tu nga toboy simpang bakaw. Gay way dala tu kinambat.
Koe serengan kori. Sono ngono santa pinakat serengan na kenta kakana.
Di na to zoko. Kaya kita sana berata ini bagai singalebu. Kita sana gali bagai kabin ngaya ni kena.
Na Orange Lounge. Katalaw bagai singalebu siya bagai kabi. E baraw tayo ito bagai manggosang gayon totokan na buno ni kana. May namenda to with the Kanay mga singalebu siya bagai kabi may bakana bagai sekera. Na sui. Ikatabuteke. Roro bagai lolo kay na vida tale. Giraraw mo kila na menu ni singoya. Na Orange Lounge. Tolo-tolong dua Orange Street, Santa Rosa. And dua tala na tamang ni Vingarabi ni Divine Group of Companies. Dola may na walang kaloka na mataka, kina walang kaloka anambongi moniti kina singatambo na Orange Lounge. Tolo-tolong dua Orange Street, Santa Rosa.
Nanonda Vata kay sitiweni raturala.
age kay ng bure Waimaro Fairfax ena buni mango Jim ngudake turangan nila kemba kala itaka bukalala kay tomberua ka bulida kina evidana ser kilai karongo tukina ni kuwa kanda kalunga tanda serongo dati kon domona na turanga go san beauty kenda Ratu Vini Prakash dala bula binaka iyo binakabukale tukumako posto ko may babalangi just like to say we always have faith in our seventh team as die-hard sons of the Vanua. God bless. Ratwini Prakash. O kabe saukuru dolabina na puno ni tiko may kina na singalebu en dainday na nandang au nebi tisa kabi saratok salu tu tiko na karombo Santa Rosa California. Itana sere meruli numige go wati shoni tambua mai ono lailai kandabu no bula benaga mo imbulia ra bondo tikongo enandua na wanga ni sisiraka mai merke sere ni seru bula benaka bulo ratu lolo matuani go mai na sauda lolo matuani we kemuni ulile kemba tax bula re go ngai koro lebu na batu sa kaunrobe kerengan na ngauna binaka ngo mendabe na numitiu kena baleto kito teiti kongo oye sabi naka do sa totok araw ba binaka na itapi ni ko ngo mo nindaw na numikina nandaw ba kaya nga takingele kena ngauna ngo bula binaka delay rato na numiko tiku ene so na ilawlaw ene singalebu endai o Rajen Darshan eyo daw dola bina dolare Lamia Martin malolele bula binaka duango ya bakang bula tiku mena uncle au naga tala nota ka bakang malu na bono embasi ka mekina na ya o Lamia Martin aloha kiorana ertu bakang bula tiku mena ilalongo samuifi rambitu takalaibuna kaya tiko may di sambula binaka bagarorong sarat tiko eningo ena loma nimbai bagay talatala enan raw anduan bagambula ilako sarat tiko may na loma ni banua nita gini binaka toko nanrag sari rin bata tiko mbaka nang unang go binaka bagalebu na binanumi mai kulibiti tararong itukutuku ena tini karua na kaloko duan na dangi tiko na tiko nguda kiniliwabi ko ya may tomberua dua tale dio tingo ena zeba eliwabi una zeba may kandabu diriawa nungu baka nanuwa na chini na korong domona na sami na bonisa ni marabutu na tomba rangoli ng bulow endela ni machimada sulua na sasalu imino ni binga dirawa bonga niua kay inda beta tambu Sa bula vinakana I tukutuku e nanonda vanua. E ndua na dau ravo e mbakirua sanga bulu karua e baka sangarai tiko e nangaunango ka lutu ki wai. E dau ravo I tau ke viti. Ia a bondo tiko e nandua na wanga ngai lutu ki wai. Woleka e na atukuka ke na wasa waboli bolita. E lutu ki wai e na wanga usakako na Lady Moana. E na dua na ilakolako ni wangango ni soko tiko mai rarotonga ki manga ia. E ado na lengango e na mbongi ni singatambu. Sa mani rea palaki nanda ubebueti, tamadagadaga ni obisa mai na atukuka me rawa sangarai koe. E dua na wanga e laki wakasangangara na te kukuna na barua, ka lako talea ni ndua e so talea rasabe I tomania nikina, me lai wakasangarai na dau robo ka lutungo e na lenga wakalebu mbalete ni lutu e na mbongi, e mbongi tiko ni singatamu. Ka lutu kina na dau robo ngo ia sa edu tiko na wakangara, ke andina nga ni se sanga ni se basika, na beka e wakasangara tiko e na wasa ngo bola kina tukuka, e na numini na rawa ni tomani tiko mandanga, na wakasangangara me adoban ni samadala, e nduo na ka, e na nonra wakara raitoka e wasa, e na banua ka na numini lutukina, na daurabongo e na mbongi ni singatangu. E toso tiko na wangangara, ka na numini ni na rawa ni kune, ke waka e kune gambula, ia na waka binabinak. Na waka binabinak na wanga, na Lady Moana, ka soko tiko e ni ki rarotonga, e na mbongi ni singatambu. Ka pondo tiko e nikina na daurabongo e sini wakarita ke mai na dana, ka ina ki ngani daurabo I tau ke e ni viti, e mbaki rua sanga bulu ka rua. E dua na rebosaki sa waka e durioti, ka sa waka ndeta kingo ni na buka na nonda wanga buka, na Fiji Airways, e ki Merike, e na dua na vendi na dinati, kaya dana tikongo, na Dallas Fort Worth International. Na iroroni wanga buka, goa merawa ni buka tiko e nikina, na nonda wanga buka na Fiji Airways. Na numini na rawa ni ndola vikina na ngau ni sala ni buka veira e pitu sanga vulu ka tolu na milioni na leo ni vanua mai merke. Mera mai warak ka tabaka na Fiji Airways, rabale lezi mai kina Pasifika ke viti, ka rabale lezi le sutale. E na tambana ni i bukayaki, e na mali walala. E wakareitaka mai, o Christopher McLaughlin, ndua ka akilana vindina tingo, ni rasabe ito koni tiko maikina, na leo ni vanua ke ira rananuma merna wakayangata na sala ni vukango, mai mereke kina deba ni Pasifika. E wakarita kita lenga mai ni satiko na vengarabi, me buka mai e wakatolu e nandua na madawa. E buka wakatolu e nandua na madawa, ke wakasandina tiko na wili ngo bitu sanga bulu katolu na milioni na leo ni vanua, e sara ni buka tiko maikina, na ndau ngande mai se sarvanua, se lago mai e wakadakadaka, kina nonda vanua e viti me rabuka mai Houston, meranga ingole mai kina deba ni Pasifika. E dingo mitiko e na waka binabinak, na sala ni bukango, kena sandolabi e na vindinati kaya dana na Open Skies Agreement, membaleti viti kei merke. Kina itukutuku mai na vei vanua tani, na vei asai burabura, Dua wale saranga ang bula na Vata ni dua na Wangabuka, may Kathmandu, may Nepal, nambong. Bula wale sarati nga na pailati. Kena bo rabu katiko no Wangabuka ngo ya Vata nga na roro ni Wangabuka ang biu tiko maiki na Kathmandu na Singabuke lulu. Kara balangai bukan dua kina tini kawalu na lewe ni Wangabuka ngo. Kaina kini raba ka tobo tiko na sala ni buka ay baka yang ataka na Wangabuka ngo kaina kamba ningo me rawa ni raba ka tobo lekina na pingarabi ya sa kaina kini ngaimbula wale saranga na pailati ni Wangabuka na kamba ni na Surya Airlines mai Nepal kena korturanga mai Kathmandu kaya kina na lenga go era sa taurati ko na kena tuku na daw vengarabi kaina kinga mai niya sa tika budidi na Wangabuka na kena iroro me buka tumbu kidaki sembera ni tumbu daki na Wangabuka sa katambote kataunre na Wangabuka na ngauna buka tumbu tiko kina mali walala ya saya tu tiko na bingarabi ya sa bukan data kinga mai di roro ni Wangabuka ngo saya tu buka vida kina na lenga na kena sengan ni tu bina kasar na itu baki di bingarabi membaleta na maroro ini bula na baki sawati na bulo Januari boda tali mandangakin en dona Wangabuka karayali kina vitu sanga bulu karua na kena pasindia na matangali Wangabuka ka may kina na buka dalakaya ni singa tambungo may Kathmandu ibang atagitu kina na Bombardier CRJ ruanan raw kaya na matangali Wangabuka kapag atagitu ko may Nepal na ngaunanggo kina gito sila ko tingo na bital no gito so may mingo sa sangat yung ni modi may misabo so tatongo me baleta na kanayan rabitale na bi mama nindua matakalay laysar ni matakambong libuti ko ni kuay sota ni Olympics may Parisi pugarita ki may kina ni sadam benanon da timinibiti kina quarter final timinibiti sa lako kina quarter final sa rawatan na bata ni utinga ruana nonang gitu na matai roa sota kina tulu na kaloko na mataka ni kua wata kina timi ni Uruguay anganga kina na timi ni viti wasanga bulu tini karua na kini karua na no imni gito kaua balete ni roa sota kina ke Merke na US Eagles ia endru ka baka talenga boleh kan di bata ki Uruguay nga tulu sanga bulu kawalu ke tini karua na mataka indai era una sota ke Baranise na be mama nindua na ngauna eviti na mataka sembong lebuti ko eviti na ngauna era una sota kina mai Baranise ka na numi ke baka na nganga na timidiviti na nganga ke baka na baka kina ya na kota final era una laisota rani role sota kina ke New Zealand talenga yang bulat ko mai sa talenga na kota final New Zealand seo island in dua birau ene katolu ni kota final ya walu na kaloko ya na mataka ni mataka dei tokan panua sana matakina ngona timini viti wata ke iratale ne vida turtu tale vida na timir to sa rawati ko en kina kota final Argentina Australia ke New Zealand na numiti ko ni keba kai rawata boka bina ko viti na kota final kena semi final era una galera lindi ke New Zealand na final keba kakina sama dala boka singalebu sana lesu tale mai kiviti na metali koula na kena ikatulu kena tukutuku ni raki warita ke mai nandi ni ndau ma kota na itu bagani raki lio tiko na toka lau deba na bebo no eso bole katina bua suba ke no sorry nandi lau toka ke mba ndau makan raki dina ni rungu saran raki na matakan ni kuah baka kina mai lau toka ni tuku tauri rao mai lau toka ni baka talenga kina nan raki mai lautoka rungu talangana kene tubaki sengani bagalangana bito so kikina takataka da nuitaka ni na rauni dei toka ni tubaki ni raki laki binagabaki da kene tubaki na kabinda indai kene singani mataka ni da bugarau da betani na muani mada on raki seberamai da umakanan raki lio koto na toka lau deba si warani bora-borana wasa-wasa pai sa malelei ko nganga borata ko ane at motero tuam no aya pinakabagalebu ng duwabat ko may nasigalebu ng daing gor na itukutuk na nonda banua kaya na sai buru-buru itukutuk ng gito bata kaya nan raki
Nanonda Vata ki Siti Veni Raturala.
Senganin daw Vata, senganin daw kua, na tangi mau dia kina ya simboya wani da kauni tambua. Miau bula re, hinga re, nga rongo re bironga. Bula benaka na buka rongo tiku mai, oh barabi Enrico, bula benaka. Ratuna numitiko enikina na zaka tiko na TFL, Telecom Fiji Limited, ke una numa nindina. Ani buka rongo tiku mai bale lebu, na singa lebu endai. Bula benaka Tatasinga, Sila Tatasinga, Bill and Sila Tatasinga yang Bula Duavata. O Samuifi Rambitu, Takalaibuna, Totoka na Bengarabi, na Lomanimbai ni Talatala. Pasipa Nene Lebu, ya Pinakapagalebu, na Duavata Tikomai ni Sema Tikomai na Singalebu Indai, at the Bogabina Kanirawan ni Tabeto Manitiko, Selebu to Kanabital Ningito, yes, a Kenamuani Maza Mandangango, Balatin daw yaw Tibana and Bakin and Gayazo Tali. Kuno sa baka namat yung kinobiti sa tiyo kinanapakunoy-noy. Daray na ibakatangin dingin gito erto sarwata. Bata ke na kaya erto umbinia. Awan numatokan din na kukuda ke na timini Merike. Ya bebe tautu batanga. Ke na timini Uruguay. Nagailo Raymond Davaranise. Nabi mama nindua enambong ilebu ni kuwa melaki mataka ni mataka. And then angay bukarongot and then angay sarapa and then angay kila. Kata bukarita katukina nanon dan numakina non dabi toko ni. O pasipan en lebu di binakabukalebu. And patakay Ross, Bula Duavata, may San Rafael, Tikiko, Daulali, Bainisab. Ya dolabina nindo bata tikomai zola na kanda atau tokan Bengarabi nakabalebu alesin dawai ngau nang guto. Ke una isi soko nakabalebu na Bengarabi sa ito tunga na Bengarabi na nonda bunuan in rakibin na kan din ni rungurungwa in rakibin na kan itiko sarangay na ite mendayali tuyaniki na enalonga tabioka singalebu ni kuwa nandua na nomo ni bota na ibagalang nga ni nonda be talano ataka ng gito kay nasasanga na nonda timi sa tikong may parisi na mua ni madongo final line na singatambu dorimanda nomo salu
JJ's Food Shack. E tiku kena na kakana boka biti me bakana kokonda. Lobo benga ni ngai kani doitu na bundi na ndalo se tabioka. Na kakana boka malangi me bakana steak baka eloka kena coleslaw. Wee! Na karitoa sa wadha badina na keni kana. Kaya tiku talangana non to specials and lomo ni madawa. Dau tamba na Facebook. Na doi ni tiwa ya na bani mandrai pai kei na bunga tale. Gore na JJ's Food Shack. Viu Valley mo Billy Jean Street, Santa Rosa, California. Karo talangan rato dili mo yang may Santa Rosa, may yato sarani kina Vato. Giritirto sana kina Vitu Saiba Vitu Tolo Dio Tolo Dundu Limono. JJ's Food Shack, Santa Rosa, California.
Me voliam back in do nungu life insurance policy?
Nakakira ni tutame katil kabitu ni akostita na 2022 o sangir takasarabiri ni tauna. Kami ngaya kena maga ngaya salah aku mana cek. Sangat tali ni biara, sangat sarangan ni biara paling lain. In time sarangan mai. So kan terli warga terli tunda warga. Kau tunggu. Kau saya lo dengo kamu bilang.
Iyo, o yasar ngana buna, rau sara, sa tiko na pepa se senga. Bula vinaka se tobi mate. Kambani dua nga kana soma mena claim na lom ni rosa nga bulu kavana ua keada na lenga nisa ya mbaki roa tina policy. Text mai kina wasa eva walu van dua tolu walu lima ena kena ituku matai lalai. Hoya na wasa eva walu van dua tolu walu lima.
Doyan Robina kana maraman na ita. Do samba di ba kusa iwe.
Yandra ita. Kita sili katalaw mande na Orange Lounge.
Maleka. Warasan ba di kata-kata pinagasar tu nga toboy siyang pambakaw. Ngay way dala tu kinambata.
Koe serengan kori, sono ngona santa pinakat serengan na kenta kakana.
Di na to zoko. Kaya kita sana berata ni baga singalebu, kita sana gali baga kabi ngaya ni kena.
Na Orange Lounge, katalaw baga singalebu siya baga kabi, baraw tayo ito baga manggo sanggay totokan na buno ni kana. May namenda to identity, kena baga singalebu siya baga kabi, may baka na baga sekera, na sui, ikatabu teke, roro baga lolo, kaya na vida tale. Giraraw mo kila na menu ni singoya, na Orange Lounge, tolo-tolong dua, Orange Street, Santa Rosa. En dua tala na tamang ni Divine Group of Companies. Dola na wala kaloka na mataka, kina wala kaloka anambongi moniti kina singatambo na Orange Lounge. Tolo-tolo dua, Orange Street, Santa Rosa.
Dendram beka nang wala ni kibal nilo tino buko ni oso pakadada ka. Sendra-kendra kita beka na itos-tos nimbula, kuha ni lenga sinuing gawa-gawa. Nana magi-mai kina programo waro taki. Mai vera tau na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA. Nongu chisu, nongu banua. Rongo na bima maniona na kabini bugu lulu bei Kemando e California. Bima mani dua na singilewu ni lotu lewu bei Kemando e Viti. And a radio Bula Duavata San Francisco. Me Kauti Keda Vata mai.
Ongo na rongo may bala ni Songo and a radio Bula Duavata San Francisco. Me Kauti Keda Vata mai.
E taleviti kon itukutuku ni solevu ni nonda bwana no mana tungalala ni viti and rona undolu rosanga vulkaba at a Fiji Day and to di wakati kon songo ni Ono Foundation USA sa tiko na ono ngangi ko ikandabu gona ono mai San Francisco to di wakati kon songo ni solevu ngo ni marauta kini nonda tungalala buka kina bukaruai ne katini kandua kini katini karua ni singa ni bulo kotoba ka na buka doritiko na Sonoma County Fairgrounds Santa Rosa California senden dia tokongo sarona bukaruai ni kina numa ke baka na binakata indua na numa bola men dua na numa bata ni boli takirawa e pitu nan raunan dola na kena isau ngai betartarea ni and an email address go fijidayusa@yahoo.com fijidayusa@yahoo.com moni vetartare nikina me bagandita ki enduana nomoni tebeli enduana nomoni stall and singani songo and ni bagana nomini non da tungalala evitio ana ka ruasanga bulu ni singa ni karusanga ni ronundol rusanga bul kabani bosota en singa barawai ni katini kandua ke ni katini karua ni singa ni bula o kotoba.
Senga tena ni karaurawa na dhaka kekiva. Ia endona kainda wipu ke kavaka mamanta takatuna bengaravi. Oia ke tuna kenda to kakana. Leika na dalo na bisikete na reo bata na sunbells e tinimbulu makau. We kenda to na senga tiko ni driver se senga ni waka motoka kandau. Dren na tutu beto seaki. Erto satu wakarau na Divine Pacific Food Mart mai Sacramento. Merto talaveani na nung ni boli. Rawa sara. We tartarngayani na telefoni diwa 21 saivarua. Merto bakarotaka katalada mai na nung ni boli ena kenangona totolo tuatua.
Divine Pacific Food Mart, Vitorua Viwawalu Franklin Boulevard, Sacramento, California. Number di telefoni 21 saivarua. Erto ngarabatalanga ni kenale waka sumburi ani nanomu yaya. Mai na nonderto stoa kina nomu mate ni katumba. Nongu chisu nongu badua. Dorongo na vima mani ono kina vitu ene kauni bugululu we kemadawe California. We mani rua ene kavi kina tolu ene singalewu ni lotilewu we kemadawe viti. E warotaka na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA. Rongonde ene Radio Bula Duavata San Francisco me Kauti Keda Vata mai.
JJ's Food Shack. E tiku kena na kakana boka bitki me pakana kokonda. Lobo benga ni ngai kani doitu na bundi na ndalo se tabioka. Na kakana boka malangi me pakana steak pakai loka kena coleslaw. Wee! Na kari toa sa wadha badina na kani kana. Kay tiku talangana nondoto specials and lomo ni madawa. Dau tamba na Facebook. Na doi ni tiwa ya na bani mandrai pai ke na bugatale. Gore na JJ's Food Shack. Viu Valley mo Billie Jean Street, Santa Rosa, California. Pero talagang rito dilibo yang may Santa Rosa, may ato sarani kinavato. Girit-rito sana kinavitu sa mabitu tolo dio tolo dundu al limono. JJ's Food Shack, Santa Rosa, California.
Nanonda Vata, che City Veni Rotorala.
Bula Duavata pex vo there. Ravoga an ratiko e ningona kamunia suva. Ravoga ni vina tiko veira na dorovo era sa riko tirara na matakadada and indai and non danga una viti. Sala i vorai teken da voga vina kana gitu mai Paris. Sanga tikavu na sota era ba kuriani na bongi levu ni kua. Ara umba utiko talengakin ruan na ngone. Lago tiko e nikin na voga nui vina kaya na singalevu indai. O an divani mbuleki ke Josiah Sunge. Josiah Rai Sunge. Era un gitu tali tiko ngakina. Una isi soko, vina ka vogalevu. Na vogalevu na vina numi tiko maina singalevu ni kua. Ale si indawai ngau nang guto. Ia vina ka, ia rauni bangor, ia sawa ngasa rawata. Ion dei tiko ngori. O labeti balei suba, bagayan ratiko yani e waga. So, bosa singapita tanga i rongo tani tuku mai waga, mai New South Wales, mai Australia, malona bengarabi, en radio Bula Duavata. Ni sema tuku mai kine na singalevu endai. Men Kauti Keda ni kinan dua na kaloko e singaleka non da bengarabi na rada bangai na be mama nindua men na sema titiko ya ni kinan nortungau na New Methodist e na be mama nindua kina rua na kaloko e na singalevu endai. Dua na ceremony mga maruta kina ay mga langgaw nga nito so na singa ni kuwa.
Bukan
e volia back in do nungu life insurance policy?
Laka kira ni tutame katil kabitu ni okostita na 2022 o sangir takasarabiri ni tauna. Kabi ngaya kila maga ngaya salah ko mana check. Sangat tali ni biara, sangat sarangan ni biara paling lain. In time sarangan mai. So nanti liwar kata tunda wala. Kau tunggu. Kau saya lawan dia ngopam binasa.
Iyo, o yasargana buna, e rau sarra, sa tiku na pepa se senga, bula vinaka se tobi mate, kambani duan nga kana soma mena claim na lomni rosa nga bulu kavana ua keada na lenga, nisa e ambaki roa tina policy. Text mai kina wasa e walu van dua, tolu walu lima e na kena i tuku matai lalai, o ya na wasa e walu van dua, tolu walu lima.
Doyan Robina ka naman raman na ita. Do samba di ba kusa iwe?
Yandra na ita. Kita sili katalaw mande na Orange Lounge.
Maleka. Warasan ba di kata-kata pinakasar tu nga toboy siyang pambakaw. Ngay way dala tu kinambata.
Koe serengan kori. Sono ngona santa pinakat serengan na kenta kakana.
Di na to zoko. Kaya kito sa nang berata ni baga singalebu, kito sa nang gali baga kabi ngaya ni kina.
Na Orange Lounge, katalaw baga singalebu siya baga kabi, e baraw tayo ito baga manggo sanggay totokan na buno ni kana. May namenda to identity, kanay baga singalebu siya baga kabi, may baka na baga sakera, na sui, ikatabu teke, roro baga lolo, kay na vida tale. Giraraw mo kila na menu ni singoya, na Orange Lounge, tolo-tolong dua, Orange Street, Santa Rosa. En dua tala na tamang ni Divine Group of Companies. Dola na wala kaloka na mataka, kina wala kaloka anambongi moniti kina singatambo na Orange Lounge. Tolo-tolo dua, Orange Street, Santa Rosa.
Dan rembeka nang wala ni kibal nilo tino puko ni oso pakadadaka. Sendra-kendra kita beka na tos nimbula, kuwa ni lenga sinuing gawa-gawa. Nana magi-mai kina programo warotaki. Mai vera tau na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA. Nongu chisu, nongu banua. Ruwa na vima manione na kabini bugu lulu bei kemundo e California. Vima mani dua na singilewu ni lotu lewu bei kemundo e viti. And a radio Bula Duavata San Francisco. Me Kauti Keda Vata mai.
Binaka bakalevo na daw siya matikumay. Binaka bakalevo na daw aseti ko na nanda to Vata na Radio Bula Duavata San Francisco, may Kauti Keda Vata mai. And the sabo like kasar niya daw yan na walu sa ngabulo na dolo na kende wili ni matabu vale na Radio Bula Duavata. Iya, wili sar me vakatoto vatataki kina kende wili na ngwanito kay NOV sa ibura-bura. Do na like, do na share, subscribe talaga Mike na Radio Bula Duavata and na YouTube. Radio Bula Duavata San Francisco, may Kauti Keda Vata mai.
Ya bula binaka Naomi Whitman. Ya saya sare ni tonga ngabo kana no muni tuku na maram. Binaka lebu na no muni baka no binaka talitiku mai na singa lebu endai mai Avondale, mai Auckland, New Zealand. Binaka lebu na sema tiku mai na singa lebu endai. Ke matata tiko mai na madala binaka lebu matata lesu talitiku mai na no muni tuku Vata ke na no muni matabu bale. Na no muni bengarabi na singa lebu endai. Ke irana wakanda rasenga Bula Duavata maingo rasamba le rabi toka ningi gula eso me bale tana buka singa lebu suba bula binaka labeti bale suba binaka buka lebu na sema tiko mai binaka buka lebu na no muni tuku ni buka ni binaka alesi dawai ngau nang guto ke irana wakanda rasa sema tiko mai na singa lebu endai binaka buka lebu so bakar sare rile sutale so rasa kain rasa litik utale nakaka mai viti e baka kinan de San Francisco ena baka tiko kinan go Santa Rosa sa bo walu tok ngona miniti me ona nakaloko ena kabi go sa kabi tiko ni singa bukilulu Santa Rosa so baka san layan rambongi ko rasa kai tiko me go merla kitika bu baka ya be bono tale so suba gona ngauna ni buka singa lebu da saba bada ni go sar tu rabita gitu ngona itau ke ningi gula na guli na lakari na lakara era rongo sera tali tikunga kara rongo tuku tiko ya de betal nota ke tikunga nang gitu ka da sa donia tikunga gona kena ngauna kena rao ni to kita le mai en duana metali koula na kena katolu en gitu na Olympics en non da bura da buka nu ni benaga tiko ni be ratu na dorbo na kapetani o Jerry Tuai sa ruo tino na metali kola sanga tingo na kene katolu ia da boga bina kana no rasa sanga ara na itabia na mataga ni kuan da wara katalemanda na madala ni gitu kei warani se en dua na kaloko we mama beka ni dua en bongi lebu ni kuai sale mataga tiko ni singa boga rombuka na ngau neviti en da ngai boga lewato kina boga binaka dai tos non da time na ngono mandangango samarutaki sa boka bina kabir na dorwo kira non ramata bubale na dolaibua era sala ki boka dora tiko mai Paris na sotan di Olympics kanta boka na mata tiko ngwana nang gitu nang kain dola singa boka ruai nang au na biti ya sa tiko burao nang gitu lewa bitu nang kai final singa tambu ni uti talengan do na singa ni boka dangi be irnan daung gitu singa boka ruai ni o tina sota ni biti sota ke varanise na Stade de France na rara ningito mai varanise na bongi lebu ni koa kartu na dengutu meleki ba kuria ni na singa boka rombuka na kota final na semi final na ngai madala na singa tamu kartu na ngai tiga butali tiga ngana no ngoneleo kana kapitani Richelin da beua moani madongo mera tu tomaniani na dorobo era tu satika burawa na matakata da inda ibina bole una sema tiko mai singani kwa samba di siro tu na imbor salote we ka bina be singalebu siro tiko na imbor ke salote ke sakiu sam buli doko ke no bona tobu karakarawa sereana mai bunindawa se bangarai tiko e nangaunango e nduana dhaurovo I tau kei, e mbakirua sanga vulu karua, sanga ni bangarai take mai nā dhana, ka lutu ki wai e nambongi ni singa tambu, bole katana e atu kuka. Ka bondo tiko mai e nanduana wanga ni usa kako na Lady Moana. Lisu tiko mai na wangango me lako tiko mai rarotonga ka lisu tiko mai mangaia. E kainaki ni rasa bangangara tiko na ngaunango me tiko bumai na mbongi ni sikatambu na obisa ke iranandau ni bebueti mai na tukuka me kune na dhaurobongo ke sabakakina me bueti ke baka e mbula e na banua e alutukina e na mbongi ni sikatambu. Rasa bangangara tiko na wanga e so e na bebanua bole kata na wasawasango me raoni kune na dhaurobo ka mai ali wasakasakango e lutu e wai e na mbongi ni singatambu. Sa o tia diwa na au anon ravangangara e se senga tiko ngani se kune nduan kena ibukata kila na dhaurobo ngo. Me adobo tiko mandanga mai na mataka ni kua se toso tiko ngana vangangara ka se senga tiko ngani kune na dhaurobo ngo me adobo indaindai. Na numitiko ni na toso tiko na bangangara me adoba ni sandua na madala ni nonra takadaka ke na nonra sasanga me bueti mai wai na dhorobongo me kune manda me ngai sasanga taki na takadaka ni bueti. Sabangan day taki na nona sana bagarau vengarabi na nonda wangabuka na Fiji Airways ki mereke me buka mai I mereke ki na nonda banua ilako ni vendina tingo kana wanga takatiko na iroro ni wangabuka mai Dallas Fort Worth International Airport me sana teka buwe ngarabi mai kina baka tolundo na madawa na Fiji Airways kaina kini rawan na songoba mai ke pitu sanga bulu ka tolu na undolu da leo ni banua mai mereke merabaka leledi mai kina Pasifika KVT e nanga una sana teka bukina na nona bengarabi kaina kini tambaki na be indina tingo e nandua na be alati ka bagayadori na matani tue rua ni sandolabo mereke ki beiviti na nona ngauni sala ni buka e mali olala wata ke ira na be kambani taleso e revengarabi kina. Goe e adanatiko na Open Skies Agreement me mbaleta na matanitu mereke ke na matanitu viti. Kinangito da sarava e nambongi da wana mataka indai na be kai mbaleta na non ratula ki sasanga tale na non da dhaurobo me ratu nreta mai na katolu ni metali koula ni timini viti. Na chambeni ni wurwuro viti ka tikongo mai varani se mela ki tangomaka na nona I tutu e dhake sarra baga ulu matua be irna daungito e na non da vanua. Kasa toso dhake ni ngoko viti ni oti ruana ngito e nambongi ka wana mataka ni kua ki na tutu ni kota finala. E nangai madala se na timi da bambeka e rauna mai sota e na kota finala. E baleta ni mbula taletiko ngamai na timi ni New Zealand Vata ke Australia. Amerika baleta ni Anroa Vata ke varani se ka nruka bakadasa rabe viti na non rosota e na be mamani ono e na ngaune viti na mataka ni kua e na bia dengutaro na nona tomana na ilaola ko ningitongo. Ianda raida manda. Na soto viti ke varani se na be mamani ndua e na mataka dadani mataka e mbongi lebu tiko mai viti. Ka rauna sota kina timi ni varani se. Ia sarawata toka nona Vatavata o viti me dambeda ke kina kota finala. Esan laki I sota kina ke na sona timi era sarawata talitiku ngamai na non ra sota e na tombu era vala tiko mai kina. Na timi ni New Zealand na timi ni Australia kada sa sanga talitiku ngamai na non ra Ilagolako ningito mera rawata na kota fainala na fainala. Na timi ke dengo e rabina kata ke tiko na metali koula ka tiko e nieviti. E na ngai madala. E na be mama nindua. E na loma nimbongi enda inda e nonda ngau na eviti. Kebaka. E sana rawa ninreta ma eviti. Na non na metali koula. Kiri tukutuku ninraki. E warita ki mai ni Bula toka na toka lu deba e barabi. Ka se ua tiko na wasawasa. Soli tiko e ningo na iwa roni rangi. Me baleta na nonda be barabi. Ka nui takino ni na ngangarau ni kina na ngonen dau kina dau be. So kaya ki kemunei na toka e barabi. E na buku ni iwa rosa soli tiko e ningo. Baleta na rangi toka lau kina toka lau deba be buki a kim Bula sara na sona ngau na roni tau ba ngau na nauda. E na nonda banua. Baka kina e na be banua wole katina bua suwa ke na usori nandi lau toka kimba. Na usori me azo ki korwou. Na sano na mosi na sano na itasiri ke na sano tailebu. Paekse amalele ko nga ngati pora tkoa ne atmotero tuam. Tukutuku ninraki, tukutuku na nonda banua na be sai burubura. E ngai rongodi e na nonda i waseni ngau nango.
Anonda Vata Vata ki Siti Veni Raturala.
Ini sende sarau
Ongo na rongo may wala ni Songo and a radio Bula Duavata, San Francisco. Me Kauti Keda Vata mai.
Apakanda itagitikungan songo ni wana numini tungalala na ibiti na mbakingo na bula o kotobo era tu nangarabatiko na turanga kena marama ni ono kandabu me San Francisco. Nondo to isongo na ono Foundation USA. Erto na bingarabi kira turanga kena marama ni ono ngo may ne katini kadua kede katini karua ni singa ni bula o kotoba. Ka nangaravitiko na kena songo na solebu na bagay doritiko na Sonoma County Fairgrounds San Francisco Santa Rosa California binagabolebu na bia baga stolwe kemni na binakata ndo na bola moni boli taki sa bagay ngataka bitu nan raw nan dolan dua ni bagan dita kaya na email ngorong ba the Fiji Day USA at yahoo.com. Ni bukan data kaya ni kina na nomoni bola bitu na ng dolan dua meron no nilay maraw kinabata kaya na biwa kanira na toso yandi na bula ko toba membaleta na songo di bukan na nomini non datungalala.
JJ's Food Shack. E tiku kedi kina na kakana boka bitki me bakana kokonda. Lobong benga ni ngai kani doito na bundi ng dalo sa tabioka. Na kakana boka malangi me bakana steak baka loka kina coleslaw. Woo-wee! Na karitoa sa wadha badina na kani kanakana. Kaya tiku talanga na nono specials and na lomo ni mga dawa. Daw tamba na Facebook. Na doy ni tiwa ya na bani mandray pai kaya na bungatale. Gora na JJ's Food Shack. Viu Valley mo Billy Jade Street, Santa Rosa, California. Pero talagang rito dili mo yang may Santa Rosa, may yato sa rani kinavato. Girit-rito sana kinavitu sa ibabitu tolo dio tolo dundu al limono. JJ's Food Shack, Santa Rosa, California.
Me voliam back in doon ng life insurance policy?
Nagkakil nito tayo katil kabitu ni okostita na 2022 o sangir takasarabiri ni tauna. Kami ngaya kila mara ngaya salah ko mana check. Sengat tali ni pera, sengat sarangan ni pera palinlay. In time sarang amay. So ang kaliwara ka tala tunda wala. Kuwertongko. Au sahalo ko bengo pamilaksa.
Iyo, o yasar nga na buna, raw sara, sa tiko na pepa se senga. Bula binaka se tobi mate. Kambani duan nga kana soma may na claim na lom ni rosa nga bulu kavana ua kayada na lenga nisa yang baki rowo tina policy. Text mai kina wasa eva walu van dua tolu walu lima ena kena ituku matai lalai. Hoya na wasa eva walu van dua tolu walu lima.
E sengan dina ni kara rawa na daka waka kekiwa. Ia endona kainda wipu ke kawaka mamanta taka tuna bengarabi o ia ke tuna kenda to kakana. Leika na dalo na bisikete na reo bata na sunbells e tinimbulu makau. We kenda to na senga tiko nindraiva se senga ni waka motoka kandau drendre na tutu beto seki. Erto satu wakarao na Divine Pacific Food Mart may Sacramento merto talavayani na nung ni boli. Rawa sara. Witartar ngayani na taliboni diwan dua ono toluva diwa ono saibarua merto bakarotaka katalada may nanong ni boli ena kenagona totolo tua.
Divine Pacific Food Mart. Vituro Diwawalu Franklin Boulevard, Sacramento, California. Namba di taliboni diwan dua ono toluva diwa ono saibarua. Erto ngarap talangan ni kanalay waka sumburi ni nanomu yaya. May nanondo to stoa kinanomu mati ni katumba. Nanonda Vata, kay City Veni Raturla.
Kena maramani a Vata kei leisa Bula Koro. And then nangai wararongo kin I songo tuna New Methodist na vei mamani ndua nanga una viti and rauta toka na vei mamani ono nanga una ngoe Santa Rosa, California. And dua na itukutuku ela o tiko maingo dua na marama sengai uti sarati umbangango na lolo masu. Sera tupou kumbuna vanua. O koe na numira tau tuku endo na ilao a rato kaina ke mengo na rato ambera tana wanga buka I Parisi me rato ala sarangito ki na ngito e avdo na mataganisua e ngui lera bitumbaka ni nan rato I Vava o eu ka tiku e rao ni rato lako mbale tana ngito sengai tikabu sengai ruanga e anangito o viti sa rato rinle saraboroto na kota finala ni viti na semi-final Vata ke na final e rao ni rato se doni anangito mai Parisi berto ka kuni alo laila ingo o vilisi ia luma tuni mai na kasi nani se tai ki tonga en duula road en andera andi soko veti ravesi kaina ki mai ni rei vakadangi toka en andua na ruku ni bunikau na university ni depa ni Pasifika sanga ni kilainga sini buli sengo ni buli se dua tala na itabi ang karabati ko na university sa nga hindi tumbangani. Den dua birtongo nang daw rabitaki nang gingining gulang-gula nang guling-guli na lakari kay na lakara. Kada sa dabi tala-tala tiko en dua nang una leka-lekang ko ni siya matiko may balet nga una pinakanin tabo karorongo virtun New Methodist and dabi mamanin dua nga una ibiti ni sa sibitong na ono en ruwas nga bulkan dua na miniti na nonta nga una Santa Rosa California en Radio Bula Duavata and San Francisco, Kauti, Keda, Vata mai. Sabi ka pinakabali, visor itukutuko may Australia, may New Zealand, orto may Waga, may Victoria, kay Rataleso, doon ang onele Francis, nakatikom bekango, se bukarong talitung nga may sematiko may Canberra, na korotura nga saan, dua tani ng batang-bata, ito ko may nangonele ko, ng batang-bata, tara-tarasui. Ia, sa bata-bata sa kata-kata, ang tabo ka pinapinakan ni Ron in the sematiko ni nandun na station ko, Kauti Keda Vata mai. Na kanipinakawale mo na nomo ni sematiko mai, and wasiningaw nang go, and sigalebu inday-inday. Ni sa sibitong ko nandua, na ruwa sa nga bulu ka ruwa na miniti, sa senga ni sendua na itukutuku, ang baleta na daw rubo, kapakasangara itukong gome na tukuka, lutu kasar ng bong ni singatam kaya nandun na wanga usakako ka lalakoti ko yan ni kirarotong na koroturang ni atuku ka na dorobo itaw kengo yan bakirusang ulkarua lutu kiwai ng bong ni singatam ya dan no itakatiko ni rawa ni na duan na itukutuko matata in darong kan bakaliswiti ko may baleta na nonra bakasangangara na wekanta oneta ni wanga sanga pinakawalew na walew yo anden nangay wirongod pinakawalew den rengan na bula and tabi botay tiko kinan singilew ni kwa pinakawalew netani na Duavata mai sematiko mai kina radio Bula Duavata kemuni na wekanda sa rere nga una binakatikongo non tabo kalewana non de lako sabi abia rungu telenga menan raki solitiko na ibu roni dangi kau wasa en na bukumoni nangonen dahu kinan dahu bisokaki me baleta na muambe kani madawa na numi moni leisa salu ninga na numa tonga nan raki wata kene ibu roni dangi sa solitiko ya ni takali na non dabe barabe pinaka lebu na namuni sematiko mai kiro sana tatau telenga ke mena Kauti kemuniti ko ni kina be mamanin dua na kaloko na nonda pagarorongo kina isongo lotu na New Methodist mena be mamanin dua kina ruana kaloko na singalebu endai usata tawe ke kira usata tawe ni kina maraman na betong sangu kira bukan ini benaka na boni singani kuwa kina itabi ang garabi kina isamode.
Sota que te sucarisito, cae na somo que na so.
Nongu Chisu Nongu Vanua. Warotaka na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA and a Radio Bula Duavata San Francisco me Kauti Keda Vatamai.
I have to quickly do this. And I look at it and said, Jessica, sorry to be, it's none of my business. Is there one I'm looking at? What you looking at? And she said, what are you looking at? I said, it's voucher. Yeah? This voucher of $1.96. What is it? He said, it's for the parking fees. At the airport. At the airport. Okay. Like all the parking that you go and take it for the meeting, you can claim that. Because you didn't go there for your own leisure. You didn't go there for you to just meet up your friends. You went there for meeting that is pertaining to the company that you work for. And you can get there. I said, I've been going to that meeting, to that airport and taking the company car parking there for the last 2 years. I've never claimed anything. Like, it's mind-boggling. I'm looking at this, my payment voucher, it's $1.96. And so I came and I followed this man, and China said, sorry, I know it's none of my business, but I want to ask you, you feel a payment voucher for $1.96? She'll be watching me today and she will know this day. And she came to me and said, yeah, so? And I said, it's only $1.96. And she looked at me and she said, Rachel, every dollar adds up to $10, and every $10 adds up to $100, and every $100 adds up to $1,000. If you cannot look after the $1 and claim and take ownership of that $1, how can you make your $10 and how can you make your $100? That got to me. Because she turned around. Like for me, I was trying to indirectly tell her, wait, go take back your payment voucher, take it out. Your petty cash voucher. Because it's like $1.96. But the response that she gave me, dawned on me that I was missing out because it's just us, Fijian. All of a sudden, set. Set. But then you want to double look at the way I get you can do it. But the sons I can be Mrs. Patel. Someone's I can be now, Mrs. Patel. But let them go now. The was not going to come and go. I'll start when Mrs. Patel, I could be to be Malangi, Margaret, somebody came now, Bolikin and little motorcar, and Mrs. Patel. I can do someone that we want it. Nandon Rambula, Rambula. It's a viable category, they are achieving things. Then maybe for us, it's about time. We cannot continue to stand on the side and watch them and make fun of them while they are achieving and having a good life. We must tell ourselves, I own them, that can happen to me too, and you really need to join them to do whatever they're doing, but create something on your own to say to yourself, I can also achieve. And I believe most of you listening to us today, you've already done that. I am so excited and humbled. I have a friend, her name is Anna Tuivana, she lives in America, and she used to share with me about her family. And there's only 2 girls in the family. And she said, what amazed me, not really committed to the church, but now they are in the Methodist church. And she said, growing up, I grew up because I was singing maybe in Matumale. And then she said, from a very early age, they buy, properties, they buy land. And now their children have grown. One has just graduated as a doctor. One went overseas to study like an accountant. And all these properties that they buy over there, and she said, on how they manage their funds well in their home. And one of the investments that they've done way back is where we used to go there, down LC in Namaka. Yeah. So now they managed to put up an apartment there, for Airbnb or people to come and rent. They managed to do that and send his children. And she said what amazes her on how they always manage their finances. They both work, very good decisions, and now with all their children, deployed and everything, but and she said one thing that she noticed, they don't especially just go out and live the way they want, considering the amount the level that they're in and the finances or the payroll that they're in, like on how they manage their finances.
I mean, the lifestyle that we live, but sometimes it gives us like that if we save, then it does not match without culture.
Yeah.
Tu kita memandi, kita save, kita roka, itu mereka itu mereka cari sedikit na di baru mereka na communal living da mereka mana kalau everybody for everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
But everything belongs to you.
Yeah. Okay, tu sih kita kalau dia terasa ke, itu nak kami bertiko, kita nombor toba ke sana kita nanti kita nombor mula, kita sambil itu kita nombor, balik ini tu mereka terasa ke sudah kan, kita nombor toba nombor mula, sawat kita nombor ni, nak kita bangun nak kita, sawat kita nombor ni nak kita nombor, sawat kita nombor che santo tenga magari da che vuole santi qui che non pensava o uomo di portare per to mai quello da mi fatto tabacca ma da mai vuole adesso da che vuole mi da
va bene
a casa che non da vuole mi fa pensare che tu hai senza ma la sera che non aveva roca la sera che non aveva roca di to che chiede da che da tanto lui era vuole di mai ma stava dicendo che non va dona kai ko dico marui lago se lo fa bisisi gero che noi capo perché tu mi chiedi da sulla me tutto sopra non da è lo tua perché anche noi canta ormai si dona sopra da invito tu che lo voglio un anno di yao da si ricava bisisi o che si dona perché canna di là che vuole segnare lo tua non da bisisi da banco na vi porto la che poi la po e da dove la serie di la serie di la poi me la di ramone di sino che va dentro della regola a lifestyle that we need to change to adjust to the time that we live in.
And also, I mean, there's quite a lot of achievers and business investors here in the UK, at least short-term I've noticed, and it will be beneficial, for just for them to share that knowledge with our people. And there's a lot of people now that are doing their own personal business. While living in the COVID, they live in a kayak, right? Live in a marama, they go to the kayak, the business, you don't have to wait to be big or create something big. You start small, whatever that you can do. Like I always say that I sell hot dogs. I make rotties at home. Because even though I was working in an airline, I was getting a good salary on that airline. There are some things that I want to do in the house, or extend our home, or tile our house, or paint our house. There are some things that they cannot fit in your budget. So I look for all these little things that I can do and sell. They bring in money a little bit faster for me to achieve the project that I aspire for. So don't wait until your money becomes the money that you're looking for. Whatever salary that you're getting, or even if you're not getting salary at all, you are full time. Create little things that you can rake in. Don't look for big money. Start with small money, because those small money add up to be big money. So whatever money that you can come by, try and work on that, and make sure. I always be a strong advocate to advise all of us, always write a list. Because without the list, the tendency to go beyond your list is always there. Like for this trip, every time we always come out, because I try as much to bring my grandchildren and bring my family. The last time we came in December, I took money out from their savings. They have their own individual account. And I said, okay, never doesn't have that much money for your spending. Now your spending will come out from your own savings. So I went to all their, my daughter handles their cards and handles their account. So we got money from all their account and telling them, whenever you're using this money, know that you're using money from your saving. And we give them that. So when we give them or sign off their, their portion, that my daughter religiously do very well with reminders. And when we sign off, they're not given the full amount, so they will be given like half. If they're given half and being briefed. So what I always tell them, look, write your list, because the impulse as you go to buy, the things you never plan to buy, you will end up buying. Write down your list. And sometimes when you come back home and you check your list, the things you really need, you didn't buy. The things you don't really need because your eyes just see and you like it, and then you buy. But when you write your list, you go and say, this is how I always train them. Write down your list and you go searching for your list. If you can't find it in this place, and you say, okay, I can't find what I'm looking for here, so we'll take it to another place. You go to another place. Work according to your list. After your list is taped, everything, like if you're looking for long pants, this is the type of long pants I'm looking for. If I'm looking for certain kind of shoes, this is the shoes that I'm looking for, sneakers, and the cost, and then you put a budget. When you write, do your budget assumption. How much money, with the money that you've been given, how much money you want to allocate on those needed lists that you've written. And that will give you an indication. When you actually find it, then you ask yourself, is this the one? Is it within the budget allocation that I've given this amount to spend on this item? So there will be a thing. If it's not, then you ask any other place that is cheaper than this place. This is my budget rate. I'm looking for something that just falls within this budget. And that's how you look after your finances. So after all your need is ticked, and then you look at your spare or the leftover money, that's when you can go and look out for your wants, the things you don't really need. And then depending on the amount of money that you have left, then you go looking out for those things for you to get and for you to buy. That's how you manage your finances. When you travel, I'm talking about when you travel, like we had our team that is with us, we did the same with them as well, giving them money. For those of you that travel to Australia and New Zealand, I would recommend Kmart is the place to go. Because Kmart, it's like you can shop for your whole house and for shop for your whole family at a very economical, the best cost that you can use. And because you have good shoes, you have good sandals ranging from $5, $7, or even on the red tag. When it's red tag, it's 50%. Go right down to $4 for a pair of nice glittery sandals for girls. And you have sneakers, and like it's very, very economical, and it fits the budget. And when you shop for, it's like that money, if you take to one shop, can be just for a few items. But if you take it to Kmart with all your list, your wife, your husband, or your children, like it caters, for the same budget. So those are the little tips and the little things, like what I said, like what he mentioned. You may be getting a lot of money through your pay. And then you say to yourself, no, I have a lot of money. I don't really need to go to that kind of shop. I can go to that shop. Yeah, that's your choice because it's your money. But if you do think the other way around, if you go to that shop, still get the same things, and you save that money that you save goes towards something else that you can still achieve. And if you add on all those saving, it's amazing on how much you can be able to save. And goes back for us in Fiji. For the little money that you can save, I want to remind us, now it's April, how much have you managed to save starting from the beginning of the year? And for those of you who have written out your passport, I know immigration has been closed for a while, and now they've just opened on the 25th of March. How many of you have managed to do your passports? And also the driving license. How many of you have managed to achieve that? All work towards that. Classes that you've been already taking, have you started your classes? Have you got your learner's permit? Or for those of you that are on the P, how many more months do you have left for that provisional license to end? And you must book your DDC, because after the DDC, then that's when you get your full license. And for your full license, don't just go for the 1 year, which is about $13 or $14. I don't know whether that's changed. But write it down. Before your provisional license expires, you still have a month out, write it down. That when you do sit for your DDC, what are the costs that is involved? The booklet, what is the cost for that DDC? Write it down. I'm talking to you if you know that you don't have that kind of money just available for you to do that, and you're waiting for somebody to do it for you, or you're already giving up. I will not do it because I just don't have the money today. Write it down. And when that comes, and then you also ask for the license. The license in Fiji, to the most, they can give for 6 years. So for 6 years, I guess you pay about, nearly 100 or more than 100, and you write that down. So if you're coming towards the end of your provisional license, you know how much it takes. You already work towards that, you're saving towards it. And for those of you who work, that's fine, you get money. But I'm talking to you if you know you're struggling to save that kind of money. And when you actually do your DDC for that whole day course, make sure you get your license for 6 years. So you don't have to be worried, when does your license expire? Like for me, the only thing that I capture is the ending, like when does it expire? So what year does it expire for my 6 years? Since I've got my driving license, I've just been doing it for 6 years, and now I'm doing it for my grandchildren that are getting their license after DDC. And it helps because for 6 years you don't have to worry that it's my driving license still current. And it works. So those are little things, little plans for you to work towards. And it may sound difficult, and don't give up on yourself or to say that you cannot, you can, and you can go out of your way to do it. You can sacrifice some of the little things that you always do and spend on and save that money towards this cost. Kaya kay kondo lang ko ikaw rin nga naman same budget, you're going to get okay, already ko nila kamugo naman save bulan ko, I can don't go out and save this money, all this budget allocation. So you just take the same money that you already have, the same money that you already allocated, and just reshuffle whatever that you've written and use the same money for your other achievements or other things that you want to achieve on top, in addition to your current. So yeah, those are the tips. I love talking about money. I love talking about how to save money because I've come a long way doing that. I've seen the fruits, I've seen the rewards, and I know the challenges, and I know the itchiness when you know you're saving. I know that feeling when you're running out of money and you need to pay your bills and you know you have your money there. I know what that how that feels when you just want to go and bust open your saving and get the money to solve your problem right there and then. But for me, the added bonus that I have is my faith, that I serve a living God. And for you Christians, that's an added bonus. Because when you know you believe in a God that provides, and this supernatural power that can help you to achieve the things you have on your list that you don't have enough for, it's amazing. And that's another story. But for those of you who do not believe in God, and you're just working basically physically with the things that you're receiving, then this is the way to go. You just need to say to yourself, no, I'm not going to touch that saving. I'm not going to touch that. I will go like I don't have anything. And you pray only then you are able to save. Because if not, the need, the requirement, the cost of living that comes in daily, weekly, and monthly, the cost is always there. How you meet that cost, it's pulling from all different directions apart from your pay, and it's crashing onto your savings. That's why people hardly save. There's a lot of us, we don't even have saving. We've worked for years, we don't even have saving. A lot of us, I believe I can say that. One, because of our cost of living and the things that we do is so demanding, it chews into our finances.
It's also the way that we peer pressure.
Yeah.
Things about our neighbors and what people say on you and this. We are so concerned about the outside pressure, and we are not looking into what we can do for our life, especially for family. And that's one of the problems that is really a challenge to us in Tokyo. Because most of the time we want to live according to what other people that they set a standard. But for other reasons, one thing that I've seen, they could care less what the people say. They can stay on their own, they can live on their own. Communal living is not part of their life, even though it does not take away that they have brothers, they have sisters, they have relatives. But when it comes to running your family, when it comes to running your finance, they are dependent on them. And for us, we take we take the relationship into another level, and we are expecting people to look out for us. We are more like takers than givers. We love to hang on, to depend on somebody to look out. And that's why we can't say we are not strong, we are not confident to live a life that we are alone. So when we go overseas, for those of you that are living here in New Zealand, or living in Australia, or maybe in Europe or in America. Most of the time we are living in overseas, but we live a lifestyle in Fiji. And it's very challenging for us to grow and to achieve in business, in family, or even into academic, because we live overseas, or maybe for the islanders, we come to Suva, but we don't live that island living. We are in a different environment. We are in a different nation. Here we are in a different country. So we have to do like them for us to survive in that area or in that nation. And so many years, some live overseas, but they struggle a lot, even though they own good jobs and they've been receiving for their salary. But the fruit of their work is not seen. Why? Because we don't want to come away from that lifestyle that only suitable in certain areas.
In certain countries.
Where there's a saying, when you in Rome, you live like a Roman. So when we come overseas, if you want to achieve overseas, because of the competitive pressure that is in, you cannot afford to continue to be laxity, going to work, take things as they are, and not achieving. The bottom line, we are not achieving because we have that laggard attitude.
I think it boils down to the fact that you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan, because if you don't have a plan, then you are just living normal, like
you're flowing,
with no vision. So if you have left home, and that's one thing that for those who have come in for NAC and the seasonal workers, we belong to a church, and there's quite a fair bit of church members that we belong to that have come across to New Zealand as the seasonal workers, and also for Australia as through the NAC, or for this PALMS agreement with the three countries. And one thing that I've always really saw as a man, the practicality of how you live. When you are back at home in Fiji, you sit down, you do your plan. The plan is, okay, when you go, you're going to earn that kind of money, you're going to finish, building your house here in Fiji. Everything is done in the plan. And I'm sure for those of you that are tuning in today who have left Fiji shores through this program, you had your plans. Maybe you're back another one kaya may tuso na banana nili biuki bay nakita se tara na normale may nakorobeka se na bono ratu kina be na domini tubutubu etu na ka kami ni tuwana ni berni kami tapos sumay se nila kumay time. When you actually arrive here, then maybe sometimes it doesn't really work out the way you had planned. The plan like may bali plan with prayer, plan with you plan with your family. And then you're being thrown into a totally different atmosphere. An atmosphere that you have people that you've never met, have never lived with, but you're staying in the same place. You're staying in the same place, and you work together. So they become your family, whether you like it or not. They become your work family because you see them, you breathe them, you eat with them, you see them all the time. So they are your work family, and this is the strength and the wisdom that you must have. To rise above the circumstances that you're in, to remember the family you left back at home. Mula ka makay pusin ni nanu yan, nakakili ko ay plane tigiya, way down. Second way balik ko. Balik sa may tiko tiko, and do tale na matubali po. Pero second ka kanila ni mo matubali. Sa matubali po, bobi ko na nakakili na. So someone that may culture shock, you say like you're new today, and then someone in the Bagoni, so we not gonna munu, so we not gonna tobacco, so we not gonna everything is cheap. So when I love when the Tubanaka the plant number in the BB a way down. But like the Tibetan work family, you have your work family. And you are being, attracted to all these things that you never knew that there is here. And now that you're physically here, you can see for yourself. You forget about everything else at home, and you're living your life for yourself. And some of you are going that way, and take you maybe months or years of mistakes and wrong decisions to faithfully. Sometimes you can turn around and come back. Or some of you, that's it. That's your new life. Forget about the old life. There was one stage, second stage, or phase 2, you're living on. Some of you are in that area. But some of us, they're quite strong. I saw a coverage in the papers about this young lady when the PM Ramuka came across on how he came and meet some of his workers. And there was a story of this young lady that was being pictured together with Ramuka on the, in the papers as I read. And I was really, for me, really humbled with that, because her story was when she came across, she planned to, send money back home to build a home for her parents. And having that politic on the day, she said, now it's nearly finished, my parents are about to move in. Some of you are like that, you're very strong-minded. You come with a purpose, and you stay with that purpose, and you make sure that you, achieve whatever that you have planned. So some of you are in that category. So there are different categories of people out there on how you are managing your life, how you are managing your finances, how you are managing what you are managing. But for us, when it comes to the church, and because we have quite a few church members that have come across on the same program, and for New Zealand, I remember, I think 1 year ago or 2 years ago, we had this meeting that we always call it administration. And we just, call out this, you'll hear on this program, this is not worker. So one thing that you must ask yourself, with this contract, 3 years or 2 years or whatever contract that you sign up for, what is it? What is your plan? Now that you've tasted it, now that you're here, now that you've seen it, are you going back, or would you like your family to join you? Those are the questions that we begin to ask them. And if they say, oh, we would like our family to join us, then we take the names down, and it becomes a prayer request that one day the family will come across and join them. And it's amazing. For those few families that we have put their names down, we have prayed for, most of their families are here, they've joined them here. So those are the things that you need to do. Don't live out of hanging on to the plan you had, or you did, or you made years back, and you know fully well that plan is not working out. You have to replan. If that plan was, and now you're here, things have changed that you never anticipated, then you need to change that plan. If this plan was send money home to build a house at home in Fiji, and you're going back, and you know you're not going to go back, you're liking the life here in Australia or in New Zealand, and you love the life that you're living, then you need to change that plan. Change that plan to move your family across. Write down the list and get your family across. And don't rest there. Check the system on how, with the current visa that you come into that particular country, what do you need to do? Maybe a bridging visa or whatever. You have to get and get your family across. And don't rest there. Check the system on how, with the current visa that you come into that particular country, what do you need to do? Maybe a bridging visa or whatever. You have to get the correct factual advice on how to work towards the visa that you currently have, towards your PR, or what you need to do. Those are the things that you need to write down, bear in mind, and work towards seriously. So, because if you're seriously bringing your family across, and you're seriously staying in the country that you have chosen, and in Australia, New Zealand, then you need to be serious with the requirements that is outlined, and you need to meet all those outlined. You need to take them, and you need to work towards it. Because after you get that and manage to get your PR, and get it also for your family, then it changes your whole plan, in the initial plan, for you to go back home and do it home. So don't just wait and rest there. Then, since you're not building in Fiji, then this is the country that you have chosen. And you write down, I need to buy a house, or I need to build a house. And you write that list. Some of you may take 5 to 10 years, some of you may take longer, but you need to plan. And you need to plan. You cannot be renting all the time. For Australia and New Zealand, you pay your rent weekly. For America and England, it's monthly. But for weekly, say if you pay your rent for $500 a week, imagine, for a month of 4 weeks, that's $2,000. And a month of 5 weeks, that's $2,500. And if it's more than 500, that's even more. If it's 600, 700, that's more. And that's the thousands that you're paying for your rent, for your dwelling, roof above your head, and for the whole year. Do that mathematics, do that calculation. Because not until you do the times, the pluses and the equals and whatever that you do, when you look at the whole figure, then it takes back to the conviction of a small figure you're paying in a month. If you just say, oh, it's all right, I'm only paying $300 a week, oh, it's $400 a week. When you say $400 a week, $500, $600 a week, the wrong line. But when you say $2,500 or $3,000, $4,000 a month, then you will get and we were doing that. We were actually at this place, HB place, before we went to the airport at SFO. And I know the ladies, if you're listening today, you'll be testament to this. And we had this group of ladies in America that we were sitting talking about this very thing on how to, save their money, how to work towards $4,000 a month. Then you will get and we were doing that. We were actually at this place, HB place, before we went to the airport at SFO. And I know the ladies, if you're listening today, you'll be testament to this. And we had this group of ladies in America that we were sitting talking about this very thing on how to, save their money, how to work towards, we were having this conversation. And then I asked, and I said, oh, how much is that? How much is your rent? Oh, I'm paying about, like this amount, 1,000, some 2,000, a month. And there's another one, 5,000 a month, depending on the complement of the house, how huge, the number of rooms. And they said, oh, okay, so how do people pay your rent? Like monthly or weekly? And said, oh, it's monthly. Oh, that's good. Like it's $1,000 something a month. And then I was telling them, for Australian residents weekly. So if you actually if you say, oh, you pay $1,000, how much is your rent? Oh, it's $1,500. And how much is yours? Oh, mine is only $700. And then the second question asked, $700 what? $700 a week or $700 a month? $1,500 what? A week or a month? So if they say $1,500 a month for America and England, that's it, it's a month. But if you say $700 a week here in New Zealand and Australia, then you have to times the 4 and times 5 for the month with 5 weeks. So the amount is huge. And say like just for the basic, if you take 2.5, which is like 5 weeks, and which is not normal, maybe 3 or 4 months in a year, that is 5 weeks. So on the average, you work on a 4. And if it's a $500 rent a week, $2,000 a month, and for the whole year, then it's about $24,000 plus the one with the 5 weeks that can take you up to about $27,000, and that's for the whole year for rent. So that whole year for the rent, and then you calculate how many years you are here or you have been here. 5 years, and then you multiply that. So when you multiply 5 years or 6 years for the rent you have paid, then it gives you that figure that you managed to pay this amount for this number of years, or for this rent for this month. It's hard for you to think, okay, I can put aside this money, or I can save this money.
Nanda Vata Vata ki City Veni Raturala and a radio Bula Duavata, San Francisco. Me kochi